you guys look them up for you guys. You know, I was only, you know, you guys know that there's a huge gap between the people and the police right now.
Look, I'm being polite with you. What's your name and badge number?
I don't think your friends did.
Even if we're not,
It doesn't matter.
It's
Hey,
public record. You work for me.
hey,
When a citizen asks you for
you like that? You want to see him polite?
Imagine walking down the street, minding your own business, when suddenly, a police officer demands your ID for no reason other than you were walking in the road. Sounds absurd, right? But what happens next is even worse. From officers who can't recite the First Amendment to those who try to intimidate citizens into compliance, this encounter is a masterclass in unlawful policing. Will this citizen stand firm against the pressure, or will they be forced to give in? Stick around, because knowing your rights might just save you from a wrongful detention.
If a citizen came up to you guys and asked you guys a question and you didn't know the answer to it, and it was something that by all rights you guys should know the answer to, would you guys make an honest effort to find out what the answer to that question was? I mean, I think you already answered that just on something, you know, pretty benign, but do you mind if I ask you that question?
Yeah, like I don't know everything. I'm not going to go out here and claim that I know everything. That's fair. Like that's pretty foolhardy, but you know, I'll try my best.
Okay, well, that's very fair. That's fair. Do you guys know the 5 elements of the First Amendment?
Elements like what?
Well, there's 5 elements in the First Amendment. I'll give you one of them. Okay. One of them is speech. And we have the freedom of speech. Right. So there's 4 more elements. Do you guys know those elements?
No, for me personally, no, I do not. So I would have to. I could pull out my phone and look at them for you, but I'm familiar with.
You guys look them up for you guys. You know, I was only, you know, you guys know that there's a huge gap between the people and the police right now. You know, I think, and this is me talking, I think it's because of the question that I just asked you. You know, before you guys are supposed to enforce law, you're supposed to uphold rights, right? You swore a sacred oath to the Constitution. So and I'm not being critical of you guys. I'm only asking the question because I want there to be better interactions between the people and the police. But answering that question is, you know, that's a huge piece of that. So I'll tell you guys, it's freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of press, freedom to redress your government, and the freedom to assemble. Those are the 5 elements.
Oh. Okay, did you get their name? I got everything I need. You got any ID on you?
I don't have it on me, no.
Okay, you know your social or anything like that?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay.
What time did they call?
They just called. What's your social?
Well, I mean, what, am I suspect in a crime, or you just want to run me for warrants, or like what?
I'm going to run you because I had a report you was walking in the road, and now I have to deal with you, so I got to find out who you are.
Okay, well, who are you? You haven't told me who you are yet.
Trooper Wilcox.
Wilcox?
Ohio State Highway Patrol.
Okay.
See the cruiser there and everything?
You want to trade social numbers? I'll give you my social.
I'm not giving you my
yours?
social security number now.
Well, why should I give you mine then?
Cooperate with me, or this can go downhill real quick. It's real simple.
Well, it's already kind of went downhill.
Call.
You know, just walk
That's all I got to do. I'm following up on a call, and you're going to be on your way here shortly as long as I find out.
Crossing the road, that's a crime? I mean,
you were said to be dancing in the road.
I wasn't dancing in the road. Yeah, I wasn't dancing in the road. It seems like
I have a Unit 20 here. He's being difficult. Don't want to give information before the stop. What's your name?
All right, so you're Wilcox. My last name's Kroll, K-R-O-L.
K-R-O-L.
Yep. What's your name?
Wilcox.
Okay, well, I'm Kroll.
Okay. What's your first name?
What's your first name?
We're not going to play this game, buddy.
Well, then, this isn't my choice.
I don't have to give you, but my name.
This isn't my choice.
Wilcox.
But I have to give you my name?
Yes, because you're out here walking on the road. I got to call you in the road, so I got to follow up.
I'm walking through the store.
Okay.
Well, shouldn't you follow up on reports of crimes? Like,
that's what I'm following up on.
Walking down the road's a crime?
Walking in the road is a crime.
Okay.
And I have the right to ID you if you're out walking on the road. Now, you can give me your name so I can check you, and we can all be on our way. And I don't care if you walk to the store. I don't care at all. I don't care where you walk to, but when I got to follow up on something, I have to follow up.
You don't have to, but it's not a crime. Why are you following up on somebody crossing
in the middle
road?
of the road causing a hazard?
Across the road, like
it's a crime if you're in the road causing a hazard.
I look both ways. I cross the road,
creating a hazard, or nobody would have called.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that.
I'm pretty sure about that, or I wouldn't be out here dealing.
So, did you get their name?
Yeah, our dispatcher has everything.
Okay. So will they be like contacted and let known that like I'm good, or?
No, they don't need to know anything other than they called it in, and I'm following up.
Well, then what is the result of the follow up if you're not going to get back to them? Like, I just don't understand.
Okay, what's that?
Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like,
what doesn't make sense?
That you're investigating this if it's not a crime. Like,
you was walking in the road.
I crossed the road.
I crossed
the road,
and I'm following up on it.
Okay, you should say call back if you have a crime. Like if you see them crossing the road's a crime. You're telling me crossing the road is not a crime. It's not a crime.
Dancing in the road is a crime.
Okay, well,
that's what I
wasn't dancing, and shouldn't a motorist?
Do you got ID on you or not?
I do not have an ID on me.
Okay, do you want to give me your name, or do you want to continue to be difficult?
Do you want to give me your name?
I already gave you my name.
I gave you my name, Kroll.
All he'll give me is his last name, Scroll.
I'll trade information.
Still not willing to cooperate.
No, I'm willing to trade.
We'll
trade information.
My social and everything else. Being extremely difficult.
That's not difficult.
You're being difficult, sir. Yes, you are.
You're being difficult.
You are being extremely difficult.
I have a question.
Don't film me, man.
Where's the city manager's office?
Where's the building right there? No comment, huh? Just like that. They don't want to talk. They're ladies that want to things to do. Are you filming me, man?
Of course I am.
Turn it off.
Why?
Because don't film me.
I'm on a sidewalk, cuz.
You filming me, man.
I sure am. Why can't I film?
Film Regions Bank.
Huh?
Film Regions Bank.
I can film this one too from the sidewalk.
Well, then do that, man.
I am doing that right now.
Do it.
I am. I'm doing it right now. You gonna come out here and violate my rights today? You call me composite. Oh, no, that's assault, man. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. You touch my equipment, that's assault. Get it on camera.
Get it off of me, man.
This is illegal protected activity.
Get it off of me.
You're a member of the public.
You better get it off of me.
I ain't better do nothing.
I tell you what.
Yeah, you violated my rights. You see what happens.
You see about violating your rights. You don't even know what you're violating.
Don't violate my rights. Stay.
This case serves as a reminder that you do not have to give up your Fourth Amendment rights just because a cop tells you to. Police officers cannot legally demand your ID unless they have reasonable suspicion that you've committed a crime. Walking down the street is not a crime, nor is filming in public. If you ever find yourself in this situation, stay calm, ask if you're being detained, and request a supervisor if necessary. Most importantly, always record. It might just be the proof you need to protect yourself from unlawful police harassment. Welcome back to the channel, the best place to learn your rights and see police interactions in action. Today, we're witnessing one of the biggest issues with law enforcement today, a complete lack of understanding of the laws they're supposed to enforce. This video is truly one of the best examples of why it's critical to know your rights. Here, we see a man peacefully exercising his First Amendment rights in front of City Hall, only to be unlawfully trespassed by police, who clearly don't understand the Constitution. As always, the original video link is in the description. Make sure to support the creator. Now, let's get into it.
Sorry, I was... I said you wasn't familiar with a lot of things happen in 17.
Yeah. Go in public. Will you arrest me if I go in here? No.
Yeah, you cannot go in there.
Will you arrest me if I go in here?
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Will you arrest me if I go in
No.
here? Yes or no?
What's going on?
Yes or no? Will you arrest me if I take a tour in here? I'm not going to go in any
You
restricted
cannot go in
area.
there.
Will you arrest me if I go in here? Is my question. Answer my
Okay.
question.
Sir,
Will you arrest me?
I'm not gonna.
Will you arrest me?
I'm not gonna arrest.
Will I be breaking the law if I walk in this public
Yes.
city-owned property? It's city-owned. There's
Yeah.
a sign right there. City of Mendoza. There's nothing saying restricted.
I know, but
Most
still,
public works have areas where you can go to a lobby. Why are you trying to impede on my rights?
not in trying to.
I was trying to mind my own business, but when you start trying to impede on my rights,
First of all, right now you blocked me.
no, you're blocking right there, sir. You don't even have your emergency.
Did you get a call for service out here?
Well, I'm not detaining anyone.
I'm only blocking if someone's trying to get by and I prevent them. This is what you call a.
Can we talk here? I don't want
Sir,
to get hit by.
this is what's called a right of way. I can pass by here all day long, so you go home.
Maybe that's a right of way.
This is a right of way.
No, this is.
This is a right of way. So when you walk by someone's house on the sidewalk and they have a driveway, are you saying you're not allowed to go past them?
No,
I can't. Are you saying I can't walk right there? Sir, again, I'm just asking a simple question, yes or no. Will I be arrested if I go on this public property?
Not allowed to go there.
Will I be arrested? Who said I can't? I'm not allowed. Just you, or who said that?
I'm gonna have.
Do you have the city manager say that?
Well, you cannot. No one is allowed to go.
I don't think Silva either would be happy with this.
Who?
I don't think the city manager or mayor would be happy knowing how you're treating citizen journalists.
Well, we're just trying to figure out what's going on, you know.
I just need to know one simple question. It's yes or no. And if you're not sure, call a supervisor and ask, or the city attorney, will I be arrested if I walk in here in the public areas and don't go in any restricted area? It's a yes or no question.
Okay,
if you can't answer, ask someone.
Let me supervise.
Before you guys make a mistake and I put you on the lawsuit, find out. Because if you're not under threat of arrest, I will be walking around in there.
Can I ask you a question? Did you get a call?
Maybe. Yeah, I did.
Can I have the call number, please?
I did get a call.
Can I have the call number, please? Look, I'm being polite with you. What's your name and badge number?
I don't think your friends.
Even if we're not.
It doesn't matter.
Hey. Public record. You work for me.
Hey.
When a citizen asks you for
you like that? You want to see him polite? I was being polite to you. I was asking you respectfully for the call number. And you're going to say that you're not going to give it to me because your little he was hurt because of what he said?
You're just mad because I questioned you and you didn't want to give me an answer. If you would have answered me from the get-go or didn't want to impede on my rights, it would have been a different outcome. I would have been super cordial with you. But when you say I can't go somewhere restricting my movement and my First Amendment right, we're playing a different game. Before this falls over, I expect a call number from you. I'm going to follow you on there unless you're going to arrest me.
Don't, you're not coming.
Will you arrest me?
Don't come in.
Will you arrest me?
Don't come in.
Answer my question, servant. Will you arrest me if I go on there?
Where does it say restricted access or authorized personnel only or no trespassing?
I'm not going to back up. Force me. Here's my hand. You want to arrest me? I'm not going to touch you. I'm not here to hurt you. But you can't tell me where to stand. I'm 5 feet away from you. I'm not going to put this in your face just so you know I'm not here to harm you.
But you cannot know.
Why? Because you said so? So if you say I can't walk down the street if I can't practice a certain religion or wear a certain colored t-shirt, does that mean I got to listen to you? Why can't I come in here? What gave you that idea?
Because you see the fence? It's not meant.
Do you see the gate?
You see the wide open fence right here? Yeah, I see that.
Employees, that's it.
Where does it say that?
It doesn't say.
It says public works yard.
What if I want to do
It doesn't say authorized personnel only. It doesn't say no trespassing.
I was planning on doing public records in there. I have a right to those public records.
And then you want to be but not give me a call number.
Is that the chief?
Because you want to, your little he's hurt.
Hey, y'all doing?
All right.
Brothers. I'm going to start out fresh with you because you approach us cordially and respectful. This guy is impeding our First Amendment, my movement. He's saying I'm not allowed to go in a public area where there's no restricted signs. I do this all over in 3 different states. I've been to many public works departments where a lot of them, you can go into certain areas, but then at some point they will have restricted signs saying no one past that point. There's nothing here saying restricted. Public works, there's a sign up there saying city of, that it belongs to the city. I have a right to be in there. He won't answer my question. It's a yes or no question, and maybe you can help me. And I'm sorry if I'm a little loud. He got me upset. I apologize if you've been cordial. And this is a yes or no question. Will I be arrested if I walk in the public area? I'm not talking about going in any restricted areas or tampering with any of the vehicles. I'm not here to stick cameras in people's faces, but I would like to walk around the public area of the public property. So yes or no question. Maybe you can get it from the chief over there. Will I be arrested if it's under threat of arrest? I won't go in there, but you guys will be exposed for violating my rights. So can you answer that question? Do you have to wait for the chief?
Oh, if it's a public area, you can walk.
I can walk through here? You heard him.
If it was locked and secured, then you can't go in.
Hey, it's not. I don't like to shake, but I appreciate it, my man. Appreciate it.
Can I get that call number?
Sure. You want the event number?
Huh?
You want the
event number? Yeah, whatever you go.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, mind get your name and badge number real quick?
Crenshaw, Bravo 121.
All right, thank you. Thank you for respecting our rights. Unlike this shit over here.
You learned something today?
Yeah. There you go.
I'm sorry if I came off a little hard. I was just a little upset.
I do wish you a blessed day. I'm not here to give you any harm or anything.
Yeah, I didn't get your name and badge number. So,
Yeah, go. R111.
R111? All right, thank you.
So I'm just curious. How come he was aware that we're allowed to walk into public areas and you weren't?
I don't know.
Just a new learning. I mean, no, it happens. That's how you learn. We all learn. I'm learning every day. You're learning every day. I'm just curious.
And listen, you're not blocking an entryway if there's no vehicles coming, all right?
Well,
So don't pull that crap.
Yeah.
All right?
And you didn't even have your emergency lights on, but you were, parked on the side. Why not put your emergency lights on just to be safe for the sake of argument? I mean, it's daylight. People can see, but you never know.
True.
Someone driving distracted on their phone, even though it's their fault for driving distracted, they don't see it because your lights aren't on, and then boom,
You get the sergeant's name and badge on?
Not yet. Sergeant, your convenience, do you have a business card?
I do not.
Could you write down your name and put the official positions? I'm sorry, what's that? I can barely hear you. I was just...
That's because my officer contacting you.
Gotcha. Yeah, but I'm asking you if I can get your name and a badge written down something. Could you do me a favor and write it down? I can't hear. I got bad hearing.
So as you can see, Sergeant there doesn't have a name tag. I don't know if it's the Mendota Police Department policy or not. But most police departments have some sort of name badge policy. Can I get his name right here? Thank you.
Thank you.
So Sergeant User R134.
All right, guys. So Sergeant doesn't seem to have good people skills. This guy's, he's not bad. He just doesn't know any better. That guy came up very cordial. I want to see that guy with the stripes in the future. I want to see that guy training these guys. That guy's the good guy. Don't keep him on your team. Don't let him go. You may think it's funny, but part of your job is customer service in a sense. You work for the people. We don't work for you.
Exactly. If you walked up to me, I didn't stop you.
I was trying to ask you a question. You wouldn't even roll down your window. You just put up your blind to block me.
Because my officer's dealing with you. I don't need to.
Well, Sergeant,
I was trying to talk to you when a member of the public asks you a question or wants service from you that we pay.
How do you know I'm not dealing with?
Use your mouth that we pay you to use and answer the damn question.
How do you know I'm not on another call right now?
well, we'll go down to the police station and see if you are on another call right now. All right? You're obviously on the scene here. Don't be a smart. You're being an idiot. You're making yourself look stupid. You're obviously here for this call.
You have the opportunity to shine like a star, but you're melting like a snowflake right now.
Right.
So if you want to join us down at the police station, we'll be down there.
We don't need 3 officers for 2 guys with cameras. I'm not going to jump on the building. I'm a big guy. I couldn't even if I tried. I don't have any weapons. I'm just peacefully recording. I'm not going to go in restricted areas. I'm not going to tamper with vehicles or equipment. You can get back to work anytime. You're dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This video highlights a serious problem police officers enforcing laws they don't even understand while violating the constitutional rights they swore to protect. This man was peacefully soliciting prayers and goodwill for the homeless, a clear exercise of free speech. Yet, these officers falsely claimed it was illegal and trespassed him from City Hall property. Only after he stood his ground and educated them Did they finally back down? This is exactly why knowing your rights is crucial. If this man didn't challenge them, the unlawful trespass would have stood, setting a dangerous precedent. This is why we must fight to end qualified immunity. Officers need to be held personally accountable when they violate people's rights, because right now, taxpayers foot the bill for their mistakes. So stay informed, stand up for your rights, and always record the police. If you found this video valuable, subscribe, like, and drop a comment to help spread awareness. And remember always, record the police.